Alright, here we are on a beautiful Roanoke, Texas day, looking at a very special 1970 Chevy El-Camino SS-396. We're going to walk around and tell you about it like we usually do. Very, very special El-Camino. It's resting on a very meticulous, high-end, six-figure restoration. Mild Resto-Mod, still the original SS-396 underneath the hood, but some nice little surprises as we cruise around here. It's finished in its factory colors, which is Cortez silver with black stripes on it. It has a Cowl induction hood on it. A little more of the Resto-Mod feel here, 18-inch Budnick wheels on it. Very nice. Those are recent upgrades, so the tire date codes are all good, that kind of thing. Last several years. Very, very... we know the history on this one really well. It was actually, from what the history I have, it was a under 100,000 mile car that was purchased in Southern California. Then it proceeded to go to a restoration facility as part of another collection, and this gentleman demanded awesome body off frame nut bolt restoration on this one. Custom exhaust, so upgraded 4L80E automatic overdrive transmission that you can't see underneath the hood. It looks totally stock. We'll have pictures, suffix codes, and that kind of thing of the block, and then we'll get over the data tag for you. 1414 paint code, which is Cortez silver top, Cortez silver bottom. In other words, it wouldn't have had a vinyl roof on it. Beautiful show quality, fit and finish throughout. Every gap, every seam. You kind of get a feel with the reflections on the hood here, the feel of this car. Up front, it is a factory power disc brake car. No modifications suspension wide or anything like that. But power disc brakes, drum rear, factory rear differential in it. It's the kind of car that'll almost leave you speechless. We actually did a Camaro at this same collection that came from another collection, and that's why we know the history on these couple cars. There's a 70 Z28. It's actually the twin to this car. RS Z28. The Copo spoiler on the tail. You kind of get a feel here. Exquisite. Nice and quiet in here today. Beautiful factory black interior. Correct GM seat belts, that type of thing. You flip the seats up here. It has some updated kick panel speakers on it that I want to mention before I forget. Factory spare. I believe that's an original spare to this. Non-rush Southern California car. Wait till you see the floor pans and the undercarriage. It's just beautiful. Frame off, powder coated chassis or painted chassis, and satin black floor pans. The doors shut just like that. Look at the gaps. Get to the bed, you're going to see the same thing. All the glass has either been renewed or made sure it was perfect. Side windows are tinted. A little bit of smoke tint. Look at the bed. Finish in the bed is just as nice as the rest of the car, the exterior of it, and the door jambs. Two hands to open up the camera in one hand and trying to open a tailgate is not an easy task, so cover the bed here for you. We'll close it up and finish up on the back of the car here and walk around over and get into it. Look at the finish back here. Same finish we talked about all the way through. Panel, the trim panels, bottom of this bed. All the factory bed cap trim. It's beautiful. I love how these flow down on the back here. SS-396 trim on the back. All the lights are working, reverse is working, that type of thing. Fully functional. Probably about 2,000 or 3,000 miles on it since the nut and bolt body off, frame restoration, rotisserie restoration. Updated exhaust comes out the side here on each side with a crossover. Jointed center exhaust. There's a car cover. I believe that's a bra in that bag, and lug nut socket and the trans controller are in that bag. So you can change the shift points if you want. Again, factory reproduction upholstery. You hop into this and look underneath the hood. And the dash here. Finished. It has a factory AM/FM radio in it. Of course, factory air conditioning. Odometer 2967. It was restored just at under 100k miles, because that was the original miles to it. We'll fire it up here. Watch the cowl close. As you go wide open throttle, you raise it up, and then it goes to a low vacuum stage is when the cowl opens and lets more air in. Factory full gauge pack. Alright, we'll get you underneath the hood here. Very nice, like we talked about during the walk around. Very authentic style restoration on this beautiful SS-396 El-Camino. Mild Resto-Mod. It's got long tube headers on it, custom dual exhaust, 4L80E automatic overdrive with electronic engine control, factory rear differential. From what we know, we have a picture of the suffix pad on it. It is the original engine of the car that they rebuilt or restored during the restoration. Six-figure restoration like we talked about. Anyway, 396, 350 horse. You can see that looking at the wiring and every little detail here. It's a factory air conditioning equipped car. Really a loaded SS-396 El-Camino, hard to find. Power disc brakes, factory. All authentic style GM hoses, clamps, that type of thing. You open up the hood and you think you're looking at a totally stock car. Cowl induction hood here. We'll take you through the functionality of that when we fire it up here for you. Beautiful. Anyway, hang on to the rest of the video here. Right, we got this SS-396 El-Camino up on the lift here. As we mentioned, this was a rock solid California car, pre-restoration. It's beautiful nut and bolt body off frame rotisserie restoration on this one. High end. Everything's been renewed or did some updated shocks on it, painted them gray to look stock. So it's got just a little bit of a mild Resto-Mod done to it. Custom exhaust system on it. It's like a 2.5, 3-inch exhaust. Professional install, Dynamax mufflers, crossover there. You'll see these are all original floor pans on this. Chassis has been powder coated or painted. See, these are original. This thing's just wickedly nice, top to bottom. Original Cortez silver. One of the upgrades, we know it has the original matching number, or appears to be matching number, big block underneath the hood. They've upgraded to a 4L80E. I'll get back and check my specs, make sure I have that exactly right, but it's a 4L80E. It's got a underneath the seat a little controller that comes up. You can change the shift pattern of it if you like. Has disc brakes up front here. Factory style suspension, again along the really true Resto-Mod style. Long tube headers, ceramic coated, very, very healthy pro-built car. Take one more pass through to let you see how nice it really is. We'll take you around a quick bird's eye. Kind of give you a feel of the finish out here. Get tire size for you. Look at these original quarters here. The bed's beautiful. You already seen that. No pin spots. The back tire size is a 285/40 ZR18, so 18's in the rear with Budnik wheels. Along the rockers here. Cortez silver is very nice. Up front here, let's see what we got here. We got 225/45 ZR18, so 18's front and rear. See up in the wheel aprons here. Spectacular. Anyway, there you go.